What's going on, everybody? Bones here with Cajun RNEWBBQ. Today is the beginning of February-ish. We're going to go ahead and start preparing you for Valentine's Day. You've been pinching pennies. You've been coming out of broke city, trying to pay down them credit card bills. You've gone from drinking some natty ice, trying to save up, hopefully getting you a refund check from your taxes, to now you able to drink Yingling Black and Tan. Oh yeah. Very nice. Now, we're going to set you up over the next couple episodes to where now you're going to go ahead and surprise your special person. Or persons, depending on you. Hey, I don't discriminate. But anyway, today we're going to do up Oyster Rockerfeller. This was invented back in 1889 in New Orleans. Now, I've done another couple other charbroiled oyster dishes. Now, they were variations on other New Orleans oyster dishes. I've kind of spiced those up to make them suit my taste. Hopefully y'all enjoyed them. If y'all do, I'll try to link them up above so y'all could go ahead and check them out. Alright, let's begin. Full disclosure at the beginning of this, everyone wants to drive past my house today. Don't know why. I know it's not me. I'm kind of tucked away back here. You really can't see me. You know, is it the geese? You know, is it my dog that's out front right now, chilling, sunbathing? You know, I don't really know. So, let's try to begin with all the car noise. Sorry in advance. Alright, first thing first. We need 3 tablespoons of butter in a hot pan. Let that melt down for a second. That was Valentine. I promised Lou a story real quick about a goose that hates me. I'll put up a quick shot of a picture of me from a couple years ago where I had a longer beard. The story was after a surgery that I had on a knee, I was walking past him, and I'll put up a picture of the goose real quick too. He decides to run over to me and decides to grab a hold of my shorts and decides to start whacking with his wing, and the wing bone really packs a punch. So we're going to now go ahead and put in the 1 tablespoon, but I'm going to amp that up and put in about 4 tablespoons of garlic. Let that go for a minute. Stir that around. And that wing bone really, really hurts. It feels like a, kind of like a baseball bat kind of hitting you. Not at full force, but just enough. And he started whacking away at my surgically repaired knee. Meanwhile, I'm on crutches, so I really can't do much of anything besides try to whack him a little bit with it, but he doesn't care because he hates my guts. Until wife comes over and gets him. And then a couple months later, I'm there with the beard, which is why the beard picture was up there. He decides to grab a hold of the beard and rip out a good chunk of it. So really messed me up because we were going on a cruise in a couple weeks. And now we're going to go ahead and add in 1 whole Charlotte that I minced up. So we're going to let that go for about a minute. And I had to kind of shave that down. So when I went there with my passport, people looked at me a little funny because my driver's license had a full beard, kind of long. My passport had one, and here I am, kind of close shaved, not fully shaved off, but kind of close shaved. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put on the chopped spinach. You can use fresh spinach, but all my stores in the area were out of fresh spinach. So I'm having to use chopped spinach, frozen chopped spinach. Go ahead and heat this up. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and pour in. You can use a couple different liquors for this. What I'm going to use is a little bit of vermouth. Just about a tablespoon of it. Go ahead and let that cook in and evaporate. Go ahead, turn off the heat, and then move it to the side. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the breadcrumb topping. Now, I could not find any sourdough at any of the stores in the area, so I have to substitute with some plain breadcrumbs. If you could find sourdough in the area, go ahead, let it harden up and pulverize it into your food processor and do it inside your food processor. Now, go ahead. I'm doing this on low. You can do this step also in your food processor, but I'm doing it out here in a pan. Go ahead and get your butter softened and melted. You need at least 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm doing about a dozen oysters. Go ahead, pour in. About a cup and a half of breadcrumbs. And then you want some Parmesan cheese. Now, you can use the powdered cheese, that's fine. I'm amping it up some and I'm using the grated cheese. It's kind of more piecemealed You know, it's not the grated powdered, but it's grated with pieces where you can actually see it and taste it. So this is 6 ounces worth, so you can actually taste the cheese. I'm using about 4 ounces of that. Put this into a bowl and start shucking your oysters. Now, we're going to go ahead and begin shucking the oysters. Show you one, and then do the rest of the 12 off camera. These are your oysters. Each one is individual, just like people. They all have an eye. They're all different. They're all in about the same spot. You got to find it. This one's a little easier to pop open. This one actually had nothing in it. So I got cheated. Alright, now that NASCAR season seems to be over with past my house, we can get back to work. We're going to go ahead and begin putting the oysters on the grill. Today I'm using my charcoal Weber, using some Royal Oak briquettes. We've got them nice and ashed over. We're going to go ahead and begin putting these oysters onto the grill. Let them go ahead and come up to temp. They will flame up some. Now, typically with most of them, you will have a buttered sauce that you typically see with a classic charbroiled oyster, but not with this, as an 18-wheeler comes past. With this, you go ahead and build. That one needs a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and keep trying to put on our spinach mixture. Remember, we only have 11 of these because one of them came up a dud. Go ahead and put on that little bit more. Now, of course, I made a whole lot of mixture here. So I did forget on the video to put in there the parsley, so I did add it off camera. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look. We are now done. Oh yeah, they're nicely browned over a little. They're good. We're going to pull them all off, let them cool down so I don't burn my mouth. We're going to dig in. And we're at that final stage. They've cooled down just enough for me to go ahead and get started on it. NASCAR season number 2 has just gotten to that yellow stage where we can move on. Some of my redneck neighbors have just finished off their tannerite for the afternoon, so we're able to get through with no more loud booms, hopefully, for the rest of this little segment. Let's dig into an oyster. Here we go. Looks so good, folks. Right here. Just look at that. Oh yeah. Only bad thing is that it's small, but they're plentiful. So you get a lot of them if you do them yourself. So good. You got the oyster, the spinach mixture, then you got the cheese and breadcrumb mixture right on top. Got a little spice with that red pepper flake on there. You want it spicier, throw a lot more red pepper flake on there. If you want it even spicier, throw some Tabasco. So good, folks. If you like what I'm doing, you know what to do. Thank you and have a good day.